Hello everyone, this is Vortex259. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy II. Okay, here we are back at Castle Finn. Let's go inside and go talk to Hilda and Gordon and see if they can offer us any advice about where we need to go to find the Emperor and slay him for his evil deeds as we go through this final stretch of the game. Well, since the last time we met, I spent just a little bit of time grinding with Leon out in the open wilderness. Now, I really didn't take too much time or make too much effort to grind up his statistics, mainly because we will be running into plenty of tough monsters as we progress through the final two dungeons of the game. So that will give him plenty of opportunity to have his statistics rise naturally as we fight those monsters. But you can see I did get his maximum HP up just a little over 1300. Now, I'm not really too worried about Leon's magic. I only got his maximum MP up to 38. In fact, I only bought him a couple of basic essential spells. I bought him the Cure spell and the Life spell, mainly for emergencies. Now, I also had an extra Drain Tome just sitting in my inventory, so I went ahead and equipped that on him just for grins and giggles. But mainly, I'm going to have Leon focus on doing what he does best, and that's being a warrior. So I'm just going to have him mainly use his axes for a lot of damage. Now, as far as my other character's magic goes, I went ahead and got Furion's Ultima spell up to level 7. Looks like Maria's Toad spell is now level 8, and I got Guy's Flare spell up to level 5. Not really going to be focusing too much more time on leveling up those magic spells, really because weapons do so much more damage than magic spells do in this game, as I'm sure you're well aware. Alright, well, let's go ahead and talk to Hilda, see what she has to say. Hilda says, once the monsters of hell poured forth into the world. They entered using a path known as the Jade Passage. I wonder if that's the path that the Emperor took to come back and terrorize the world. Well, we've got another new key term here we can learn. Let's learn Jade Passage and ask Hilda about it. She says, I've heard there is a place in Mysidia known by that name. Alright, so apparently the Jade Passage is somewhere near Mysidia. Well, let's go over here and talk to Gordon. Maybe he can offer just a little more insight. Gordon says the castle that appeared at the time of the Emperor's resurrection, it can only be Pandaemonium, the fortress of the Lord of Hell. Wow, that sounds pretty frightening. Well, if we ask Gordon about the Jade Passage, he says the myths and fairy tales of Kashuan speak of a small lake in Mysidia. It's said that those who enter the lake are taken to hell. Alright, so I guess we're going to be looking for a small lake somewhere in the vicinity of Mysidia. Well, let's go over here and talk to Layla. She says the Emperor sold his soul to the devil. Yeah, no kidding. Well, let's ask her about Jade Passage and find the answer to everything. She says there's a narrow strait to the east of Mysidia. That whole area is the Jade Sea. Alright, so it looks like we now have enough information to figure out where we're going to go. We want to go to a narrow strait somewhere to the east of Mysidia and find a small lake there. Apparently that lake will take us to the Jade Passage, and apparently the Jade Passage will take us to the Emperor's lair, which is Pandaemonium. But before we go, you know all that cold, hard gil that's been lining your pockets for so long? Well, it's time to blow it all, my friends. This is going to be the final area of the game, so there's no sense hanging on to it. So what you probably want to do is go back into town and spend all that gil in the item shop. In fact, I've already done that. You can see I have just a little bit more than 46,000 gil left in my name. I blew all of it to max out my ethers. Now I have 99 of those, and I purchased up to 23 elixirs. Now the elixirs are pretty expensive. They're 50,000 gil a piece, I believe, so if you want to max those out, you have to have a ton of gil. But 23 should be sufficient, I think, for this final area of the game. Alright, well, are you ready? I'm psyched. Let's head toward the Jade Passage. Let's just get on our airship and pull up our map. Go ahead and zoom in here. Now, from Finn, what we want to do is fly down to the south, and we'll go down to the Mysidia area. In fact, there's the village of Mysidia right there. So we want to fly to the east and go through this narrow strait, and the small lake that will take us to the Jade Passage should be located right there. So let's head that way. There's the Mysidian Tower. Alright, looks like we're already in the vicinity of Mysidia, so let's just fly east and head through the straits. And that looks like a small lake to me. So let's go ahead and park right here. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to save my game real quick. Okay, I'm all saved up, so let's investigate this lake. And we disappear. And looks like we're going to float down to the cavernous depths below and land on a shiny portal. Welcome to the Jade Passage entrance. Let's go down to the south here and find ourselves on the first basement floor of Jade Passage. Plenty of new monsters await us here. In fact, there are two monsters in particular I want to fight on the first couple of floors here of the passage. For bestiary completion purposes, I'll definitely be demonstrating those. But there's also going to be treasure to find, as I'm sure you're probably aware. So let's go get the first chest. It awaits us down to the south. Well, here's one of the new monsters you can fight here in the passage. This is the Great Malboro. Great Malboros can do a lot of nasty status inflicting to you when they attack you with their physical attacks. Their physical attacks can inflict many paralysis, poison, sleep, you name it. So these can be kind of heinous to deal with. They're rank 6, looks like they have 1,290 HP. They are not immune to Mini or Toad. Now for the rest of this LP, I'm just probably going to keep the healing staff equipped on Maria because she does a lot of good curing just by knocking somebody over the head with it. So when she's not healing, I'm just going to have her use magic. I guess we can have her try to cast one of these to a Toad. Yeah, it looks like Leon was minied, paralyzed, poisoned, slept, and silenced. Looks like Guy suffered the same fate. Now we take one out with the mini spell. Well, fortunately those status effects aren't permanent. You can see Leon's now back to full size. One left to go here. And looks like Leon's going to be the victorious one. We take out the last Great Malboro. Lots of gil there. Theory, Maria, and Leon get an HP bonus, and Leon gets a stamina bonus. So as you can see, his statistics are going to continue to rise. Alright, let's check out that new entry in the bestiary. Great Malboro is number 67 in our list. Alright, let's go pick up our first treasure chest down below. There it is. Okay, here's another new monster you can fight here in the Jade Passage, the Abyss Worm, a rank 6 monster, 1,290 HP, just like the Great Malboro. Doesn't look like it has any weaknesses. It's really not the monsters I wanted to demonstrate that are really only available on the first couple of floors, but we'll definitely take it so we can add it to the bestiary. Wow, thing has pretty high attack power. Leon gets another HP bonus. Alright, let's find the entry for that Abyss Worm. Well, we finish out this row. There's number 75, the Abyss Worm. Alright, let's get this chest. Inside this treasure chest, we'll find a Hellfire. Pretty pointless to get one of those at this point in the game. Those are pretty weak. Alright, this is one of the new monsters I was looking for on the first couple of floors. This is the Salamander. Salamanders have a high level blaze spell they can do damage to all your party members with, and they have high physical attack power, so if you're looking for them in Jade Passage, pick them up within the first couple of floors. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out real quick, and then we will continue exploring. Yeah, the Salamanders can cause you a little bit of heartburn with their blaze attack, but I had some pretty decent success getting the mini spell to work against them. They're number 69 in our list. Alright, let's go get that second chest on this first floor. It's up and around here. There it is. And Leon gets yet another HP increase, and we get a diamond mace in this treasure chest. Don't worry about going through most of these doors because they're mostly empty. There's only one door we want to go through, and that's going to take us down to the next floor. So let's go find it. Down below here. This should be it. Alright, let's go down this set of stairs to the second basement floor. We should have just enough time to get one more chest, which is right up here. And inside this treasure chest we'll get another worthless hellfire. And we'll go ahead and stop here today, and we'll continue exploring the Jade Passage in our next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy II. Thank you very much for watching today. This has been Vortex 259. See you all again next time.